Yo, what's good, guys? I'm Jazz.
I'm T. What's up, y'all? JT Gang.
Hey, welcome back to another video. Before we begin, we want to apologize for the slight pause in uploads. Bae, you want to explain?
So, your girl was stressed. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. Y'all know I'm in school, so I had midterms coming up, and I wasn't doing as well as I would have liked to, so I had to cut everything off. I don't know if you guys have been watching, but I even temporarily disabled my personal profile for a little bit just to get back on track. So your girl caught up. She doing good. We doing better.
Right.
So, and I couldn't leave y'all hanging for too long. So,
and I was just here for support. So we are back. We appreciate you guys.
And we missed you guys. And I do want to say thank you because even though we didn't post in about, 3 weeks now? 2 to 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
We didn't lose not one subscriber. Instead of losing subscribers, we gained, and we got hit ups like, yo, where the next video? So now y'all checking for us.
Wow, you guys are concerned, so we appreciate you guys.
So
seriously.
we good, and we appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
We have a few videos coming up, but first we want to just sit down and have a little chit chat. So today we're gonna be talking about relationship red flags, right?
Yes, it's definitely trending right now. I'm pretty sure on all of your social medias, as soon as you sign on, you see a little red flag.
All the memes.
All the memes, red flag memes. So I thought that it would be only right to talk about this.
Right.
Because we're still pretty fresh in our
We're still newbies, yeah.
So this applies to us, definitely, and definitely it applies to those longevity couples out there too.
Right, or anything you experience in the past.
Because red flags are not only something that happens in the beginning of a relationship.
No.
So let's get into that. But first,
we got our drinks, of course. So what you want to talk about? I'll give a couple of my red flags that I've experienced.
Yeah, like
some of the don'ts that I don't
like.
like.
The do's and your don'ts, like, or you can do the don'ts.
So I would say my first one is lack of motivation. Just if you don't have that, I don't even know if it's called laziness, but if you don't have the urge to just get out of bed, make your bed. First of all, that's the bare minimum, but having a job, like all that stuff, not everyone needs to go to school, but just be motivated to do something, passionate to do something, go somewhere, be with someone, do something. A lack of motivation is such a turn off and such a red flag. And sometimes you don't develop those, or you don't notice early on in situations or relationships until you like diving deeper into it and you're learning the person more. You're like, that person don't do anything. What's going on? Like, have you experienced anyone with lack of motivation?
I don't think I typically go for people like that. I think I genuinely like motivational people, so I don't think I experienced it right away. But I would say complacency, maybe like after being together for a while, I did notice, there was no progression. It was just stagnant, and not necessarily in our relationship, but just in their life and their as an individual. It was like kind of like, when somebody's not getting better or not getting worse, they just like
one straight line
afloat.
Right.
Yeah, I experienced that, but I don't really deal with lazy people.
Yeah.
I'm probably the laziest one out of everyone I choose to deal with, and I think that that's why. Because I naturally have, that Neo song, Lazy Love? Like, I naturally have a lazy spirit. Like, I just do. I'm lounging. So.
I agree. All right. You want to go with another one for me, or you want to bounce to something for you?
I think a red flag for me would definitely be like selfishness.
Okay. Elaborate.
Like not putting me first or putting things that matter or that are important for the both of us first. Like really all about self and trying to see what you can get out of the situation.
Okay.
very, very, very selfish. I do
had a
not
few
like
selfish
that.
people in my life.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a selfish person.
Right.
So I don't like people who are selfish, like, and not even like to me, but just like selfish with their love, or selfish with their money or things. Like as a girlfriend, me, I would be wanting to be all up on you. I want to be all like inside you. You know what I mean? Like, and some people are selfish in a way that they don't allow you to get that close to them.
Right.
Nah, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
I need to be on you like white on rice.
Okay, I like it. Another one that I experienced, this was a few years ago. At the beginning of a situation, I thought it was cute and romantic for the person to always like pop up. But that turned into like a red flag that I didn't notice at the end of the situation, turned to more stalking. So I guess maybe I didn't notice. I thought it was cute and fun and playful to have those pop-ups every now and then, but kind of turned to stalking when it became a negative. And I don't know if you guys ever had a stalker. Comment down below if you had a stalker.
That
but
could be
I've had a
scary.
stalker before. It's no fun.
That could be scary. I am the stalker.
She crazy.
Just know that. No. But I've never been with anyone that I would say is a stalker. If they were really good and I didn't notice it. But I would say more so their exes became obsessive. Like, I've been with people who had exes or new girls that they may have cheated on me with be obsessive over me. Like, knowing where I work, Googling me, where I live, what car I drive, who's my friends, adding my family. Like cyber lurking and stuff like that, because that's still the same. That's stalker, and that's on a different level because now you hide in face. You hide in between profiles and pages. So I wouldn't say that anyone that I've been in is a, what?
We're not gonna touch on that one.
Yeah, no, just the girls be stalking me. I know y'all be watching it. It's okay.
All right, so that was mine. What you got next?
Red flag. Oh,
I got one.
No, I definitely have a few actually.
Okay.
But for me, a red flag is someone who don't make time for you. Like, you could be super, super, super busy. You could have, I don't know, like you could be doing 10,000 things at once. But I feel like you need to be able to make time. And I feel like people who really care about you make time. Like I mentioned before, I'm a full-time student. I work full-time. Like, and I still think that I give you
for sure
a lot of time. Actually,
right.
For someone in my field and the school that I want to go to, some people would say I give you too much time because of how focused I need to be. So I really expect that in return. Like, it's not a job for me to do.
But just have that balance.
Yeah, like it's not. I don't feel like I have to check in.
Right.
I don't feel like I have to give you time, but I genuinely want to.
Right.
Not making time for a person is definitely a red flag. If somebody's always busy, especially my mama always told me on holidays and special occasions, if you are not around for birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, graduations, any successful thing that a person has accomplished, if you are not there by their side, you don't mean that much to them. There's nothing in this world that I want to achieve without you. Like, there's nothing that I want to celebrate without you. So that is like numero uno, okay?
Right. Very important. So my next red flag is possessiveness. I think it's great to want to be around your partner a lot and all that, but it's also important to have a separation of you not always hanging with your partner and always wanting to be around them so much. It's good to have your own friends, like separated from your group of couple friends, or her friends. Like, it's good to isolate yourself and hang out with your group of friends. I think that's so important. And if you don't have that balance or it's not there, like, I don't know. I don't like people, like, I don't like to be locked down. Like, I don't like to be almost like micromanaged. That's not my style. So I think, having that balance and prioritizing, like, yes, the time given, but also having time for your friends and also your family, and especially bringing your spouse around them, your partner around them, but also having that time alone, you know what I mean? So I think for me, that's very important, and that's a huge red flag if, your boo thing don't have their own friends or own family that they isolate and spend a couple hours with, but come home at the end of the night booed up with you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you think.
I agree. Jazz say that I need my own friends, but believe me, when I'm on the phone all day with my cousin, she's like crying, like calling me.
But
like,
that's 3-hour conversations.
Like, but I'm with my own friends.
3 hours on the phone?
Alone it. But it's kind of hard to not be possessive, especially since I think I have possessive potential at being a Taurus. I'm really big on my possessions. I'm really big on my material thing, like mine. Because even you're trying to get me out of the habit of saying, that's not yours, that's ours. And I'm like, no, ours. mine, like my girl. You know what I mean? Like, so I am working on that, but I feel like certain people or people of my past that I may have been with would trigger it more, and it will come out of me even more. I really feel like I have a possessive nature, but I don't really feel that possive when it comes to you. Do you think I'm possessive?
No.
Crazy? Yes.
Possessive. It's a tad crazy, a splash of possessiveness. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real.
Just do whatever the hell she want to do when she want to do it.
Right, right. It's no like lockdown or anything like that. But
I don't feel like I need to.
Right. I was gonna say the reason why is because we have that trust and that communication that's so important. Like when she's on the phone with her cousin, her family, or whatever, and it's like a 3-hour conversation, she at least texts me, hey babe, you know, I'm on the phone with X, Y, and Z. Then I'm like, cool.
Cause I don't click over. I'm not good at that. Cause if I click over, I'm messing up the conversation. Like me and my cousins, we be in a flow. And like if she call, I know the right thing to do is be like, hey, babe, I'm on the phone. But for me, that messes it up. I see the call and I be like, all right, I'm gonna get back to her. Or I'll keep talking, and then if I feel like it's getting too long, then I'll send a text like, all right, babe, I'm on the phone.
But we have this thing, like if I call twice in a row,
pick up.
You have to pick up. Not even have to, but just in case it's an emergency or something like that, or I have to ask her something twice. Acknowledge. That's all. That's good.
That's our thing.
That's
we
it.
know that.
But that's for us. That's our little thing that we got going, and that's the respect that we have for each other. But I don't like to bombard on there. Like, it's good to separate. It's good to separate.
They'll find you.
Right. It's good to separate.
They'll definitely find you.
All right, go. I got one more for me.
One?
One more.
Don't. A red flag, right?
Whatever you want. Flow with it.
Y'all. I would say probably another red flag for me is being together, like being included in someone's circle, in their bubble. So getting to meet their family, getting to meet their close friends. I feel like that is very important to me because for me, those people are very important to me. And it's like I am who I am because of them. So I'm going to want to introduce you to them because they're what makes me happy. You're what makes me happy. Together we could be like one big happy family. Right. So when a person doesn't treat me in that way, it's definitely a red flag to me. Like, it's like something I have to pen to think about. Like, okay, why haven't I met any of your close friends? Right. Why haven't I met your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother? Like, why haven't I met anybody? And I do understand that when it comes to parents, you know, you can't put a rush on that. When a person is ready, a person is ready. But when it comes to your friends, like, I should at least be able to know who your friends are and your friends know who I am. Like, I should mean enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I should mean enough for, like, all her friends respect me. Like, if I needed $1, I'm pretty sure I could hit any one of them up. If I needed a ride or something, they know who I am. If something happened, God forbid, to Jazz, good or bad, I'm getting a call because they know who to call. I don't like just not feeling like I'm a part of your world like you belong. And your life. Right. Yeah.
I think to piggyback off that, I tried to show her that early on, and I think she kind of was like taken back by it, and because I wanted her to feel welcome. And my group of friends were very small, but we're very small together, but we have a big following, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to include her early on, and everyone knew who she was, knew her by face, by name, and she hung out with us. You know, it was every weekend we together. Every weekend she's coming to me for events, meeting my friends, hanging out, going to dinner, like best friend dinners, hanging out at our lounges and things like that. So it was very important for me to know that she feels comfortable and welcomed in my circle, and vice versa. And she just met my family this weekend. Yeah, that was dope. We didn't film it just to meet,
Mama, daddy,
right.
sister.
my granny.
Mother-in-law, granny.
Right. It was about 8 or 9 of us. So it was my father's birthday, Scorpio season, the crazies. But yeah, she met everyone. So that was another big step in our relationship. And I just want her to feel welcome. You know, I throw her name out there every so often. When I'm down south, they know who I'm with. So now they have a face. Now they have a personality. Now they have a person that they can be comfortable with, knowing that I'm okay, if that makes sense. So,
and mind you, her sister watches us on YouTube. So
shout out to
when
you,
she
baby.
met me, she was like, "Oh, I finally get to see you in person." So I'm glad that it was anticipated. I'm glad that because she could have said she didn't want to come.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad that she wanted to come, and I'm glad that they was all really chill about it. Again, it was her dad's birthday, so he didn't have to share his day with me.
Right. And I made sure, I did ask before to make sure everyone's comfortable, because it was his birthday dinner. Make sure she was okay, because it was the first time meeting. So it went well. You know, we hung out the next day at my flag football game. So it was definitely a success. So I definitely understand. I hope you feel welcome.
I do. And you know,
family and friends.
You know what's really dope about it is like, not only do now I know her friends enough to like consider to say like I have a bond with them, but now I get to know her friends' mates and stuff. Right. And that's what makes it even more cool, because it's like we got a little squad now. We got little girlfriends. Like, it's starting to feel like
it's very, you know, family oriented.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like home. It's very comforting. And now I see why couples hang with couples. Like, it's no shade, but I get it. Like, I get it. It's different.
Right. And I don't know. Everything's been great. Again, we're still new to this, and we just wanted to put this video out here tonight. And that's all I have.
Wait,
I don't know if you have another one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You put obsessive.
We
talked about that. Secretive about their past.
Okay, I could talk about secretive about the past. Just from a past situation. I was basically, red flag. I was basically, when you're trying to get to know someone, I feel like I was like forcefully pulling information out of the person to understand what they went through as far as relationship, childhood, because it's so important to understand your mate's childhood, their upbringing, what they've experienced, good or bad, so you know triggers. I think it's so important for that. And I like to learn early on, so I'll know which route to go, you know. Sometimes you have to ask people, how do you want me to treat you in this situation? How do you want to be loved when you're feeling down? You know, those are the things that are overlooked by a lot of people. And I like to understand. I like to know very on. And it was like secrets. I felt like it was so many secrets that she didn't want to open up about. So I thought it was a big red flag, and it's something that it didn't work. Of course, it didn't work out, but it's just something I can't do. Like, I love openness, and it's not something you have to put everything on the table at the beginning. No, over time.
Jazz likes it direct. If I talk to my ex today, she want to know today. She don't want to give me time to process anything, take nothing in for myself, and then, or maybe talk to my cousin or my best friend about. She want to know right away. So because whatever I do, she already know. Right. So it is what it is, because that's just the type of person, and I'm learning that about her. So it's like, okay, it is what it is. Because I need to process things. Right. She doesn't work like that. Right. And it's from experience. Because I made the mistake for me to deal with something and not tell the person that I'm dealing with right away. And then I somehow forget or pretend like I forget. And then, 2 months down the line, that situation is brought up again. I look like an asshole, like I'm lying, like I'm hiding something. So I learned that because it's something I made a mistake on. And I never want that person to feel that way again. So I want to incorporate, I want to get better as a person. So I never want to do that again, but I also want to incorporate in our relationship. Like, if something happens, I'm a very direct person. Not only relationship, work, friendship, family, everyone knows I'm super direct. So if you're coming at me sideways, you can keep it. I'm good. I just want you to be open-minded that you've had to grow to come to that point.
Right. And
not everybody is going to be there. So maybe someone does need to take the time to process it or talk to their best friend or whatever before coming to you.
Which that's okay, but I'm asking for it within 24 hours.
I feel like people should come, like, even it don't have to be anything, but like when they're ready. You know what I mean? I don't think that is something that should be forced, but I do know, like, knowing your person and trying to come to that meeting. Because you saying 24 hours is not coming to that meeting.
And it's
With
not
me
coming
at work, because I'm like so submissive. I'm like, whatever babe want, okay, whatever. It's not killing me. I can do it.
Right, but I'm saying within 24 hours, have the subject there. Let me know that, hey, this person hit me up, or hey, I'm not feeling well, but I want to talk about it. Give me time. Mm-hmm. At least put that out there. Put it on the surface. We don't have to dig deep into it now, but at least it's surface level. Mm-hmm. And when you're ready, because I'm ready already, but when you're ready, then we talk about it. That could be a tomorrow thing.
Okay, that's
compromise. That's giving me something, but also allowing you to process it and tell me the rest how you want to.
And I think it's room to really grow and have a good foundation and a good bond, because now even the things that you feel may be hard to talk about become a little bit more easier, because you know you could go see a person about it. So that's important. Like, guys, you don't have to keep things to yourself. They don't have to be hidden. People make mistakes. People mess up. People do messed up things, and sometimes it's not always on purpose. But you don't want to be in a relationship where you feel like you're gonna get in trouble for messing up, or for saying the wrong thing, or for doing whatever. Like, you want to be in a safe space. You want to be in a comfortable space. You don't want to be disrespectful, but you know what I mean. Like, you just want a safe space, and I think that's really important, because if you don't have that, then you'll start hiding stuff, and that's when it becomes a problem.
No bueno.
So, I know we kind of get in close on time. I had one thing I wanted to ask, but you also had clingy. So did you want to touch on clingy?
No, I think we touched on cleaning with possessiveness. So do your last one and then we'll wrap it up.
So my question, guys, and if you want, you can comment below and answer the questions yourself. Like, I'm very much into that. I would definitely read it. So when dating, what were the red flags, whether it was something that we mentioned or not? What were the red flags you ignored that later turned out to be nothing but problems? So if you just talk about the things that we mentioned, any of those red flags that we mentioned, were they problems in your relationship? Did they turn out?
That's all personal. That's all things that I personally went through. Is something that I've experienced, like me giving to the person that I'm with, or me soaking it in. But this is everything I talk about is personal. And I would say one other thing that you can't, it's a red flag, but sometimes it's overlooked, is a liar. I cannot stand lying. I can't. It's not, I don't care how good you look, how good you smell, what you're bringing to the table, but if you're lying, you know, like.
Not even me, baby?
No, if you're lying, I don't do liars. So not, yes you. If you're a liar, it's not for me. That's my thing. Plus everything else I've mentioned and a few other things. But what about you? What's your ultimate, like,
Well, I feel like everything that I spoke on was personal as well. And yes, it ultimately ended up not being good for our relationship. Everything that I mentioned were factors why I didn't work with other people, with my exes. So, I think, but they were ignored. And I think that's why they're called red flags for a reason. But they were definitely like, it's like, okay, it's just one thing. I can adjust. And then it's two things, and it's like, okay, I can still adjust. Then it's three things, and then it's like, well, is it me? Am I asking for too much? Am I tripping? And then it just adds up, and then it just all it becomes a point where you just can't take it no more. Like, you ran out of questions, you're done asking yourself, is it you? You've exhausted all your options, and you just realize that it didn't work.
Right.
And it shouldn't have been ignored in the first place. So,
don't ignore the red flags. Lesson of the day, don't ignore the red flags.
No, like, what's this show?
At least talk about it.
Red flags all the way, but they keep going. Because some people, the red flags is what brings them together. People, it's what makes them closer. And I'm not into the toxicness. I did that in high school. That's
I think we all did it.
Yeah, like I feel like after 20, you're still in toxic situations. You gotta really do your best to get out.
Right.
For you, not for them, but for you.
Right.
So
don't hold yourself in a box, guys. The world is so big. Get out there, experience other people if you can.
Open. Let people see you. Like, I have so many comments of some haters, of course, not y'all, but like, oh, I don't need to prove how happy I am because of social media. I don't need to make a page or a YouTube page to show the world that I'm happy. And it's like, bro, get out there and show the world who you are, no matter what it is. Like, if it's something that floats your boat, then so be it. Like, I don't feel like YouTube and Instagram was made to show that I'm happy. I feel like happiness brought those things to us. It's a difference. I'm not trying to show any, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to put on the front. This is really us. This is who we are. And we're inviting you in because we know that there's people that are like us. And we know that there's so many people that we can touch and relate to. So that's why we're doing this. Like, it's not.
Yeah, we said it from day one.
We want nothing out of this. Whatever comes out of it, we'll take. But we
Right.
don't, you know what I mean? Like,
We're mad, genuine, chill people, and there's a lot of us in the world, so that we can relate. You just want to be relatable, basically, be able to relate to you guys.
I know it's hard being in like same-sex relationships because when mine wasn't working out, I thought I was just like, okay, no, it's not supposed to be girl and girl. That's why it's not working. It's not supposed, but it's not even about that. Like, I know you could feel conflicted at times, but it's really, really not about that. Like, it's literally about finding your person, the person that you want to be with, and the person that, you know what I mean, that caters to you and you cater to them. Like, that's it. It's not a perfect person. It's not a perfect relationship. There's not a perfect person for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not even perfect for yourself. You just have, it's like every day you have to be willing to be a better person and be a better, girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, however you want to say it.
We'll wrap it up here. I told Babe, like, I want her to be happy first. That's what's important. Her happiness first, and if she's happy, we can be happy together in a relationship and thrive. But if you're not happy first and you skip that first layer and you just focus on my happiness or our relationship happiness, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I just want you guys to take heed to it and have fun, be open-minded, and just, she can't help it. Have fun, be open-minded, and just get out there and enjoy life and look out for these red flags and just be careful. You know what I mean? Just be careful and do you. Don't shy away from your own character.
There is love out there.
Right. So that is all that we got for today. We do have some more coming up. We do appreciate you guys. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace.